is a beautiful day today here in Daytona, Florida, and we just found our good buddy Josh Snyder with an incredible looking motor coach here. What's going on here, sir?
Well, thanks for coming, Andrew. This is our Coach 1826, a brand new 2026 show coach. And we're really excited to show it off to you today. Got a lot of new things for 2026. Our engineering staff and everybody at Newell has been working really hard on, so we're really excited just to show it off.
Yeah, this coach has a lot of really cool stuff, and I think this is one of the biggest slide rooms we've ever seen in a Newell coach.
Yes. We decided to, we've been doing a lot of mid-entry lately, really cool stuff on the mid-entry. But Nathan Kelly and I were talking about the Daytona show coach. We're like, let's make it as big as possible on the inside. We got to do a front entry because 1823 and 1824 mid. So we're like, let's just max it out. And that's what we did here. So really big slide, really great furniture in it, but also mixed with that, some really neat ceiling design, sconce lights, really great interior stuff.
Well, an update on the dash as well.
Huge upgrade on the dash. Now it's 18 inches, but you can control the chassis and the house all in one. You don't have the iPad anymore. You do have the iPad that's on the passenger, but you don't need it anymore with this new infotainment screen. Something we're working on just to make the driver be able to control everything, and it's all right there in a familiar place. Easy touch and go so they can keep their eyes on the road, all while controlling everything. If something's bothering them in the house end, they can shut that down, such as lights, maybe a shade or something like that. Easy to operate, easy to do. And once again, it's just another level we're trying to take it to make your driving experience in a Newell much better.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to showing the folks a full tour of this coach. Now, there's a lot of action going on outside right now, but it is nice and peaceful inside of this Newell coach here.
Yes, it is. And that's what we aim to do, buddy. So you can be at a place that's pretty loud outside, might have a little noisy neighbor, but you can sleep well in your Newell because it's really well insulated.
Definitely some fast cars running around here.
Yeah, they're going pretty fast, aren't they?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, this interior is stunning, but let's talk a little bit about the exterior of this coach. Was there an inspiration for the paint design on this coach?
A little bit. We kind of let Ryan Louts kind of do his thing for this, as we do for a lot of show coaches. We wanted to do something a little different. We have a lot of blue, so I decided to throw some red in. I just kind of gave him the colors. I want some red, black, silver. And Ryan just went to town and did some different curves and different stuff because some people were doing more straight lines, some people were doing curves. And he decided to kind of mix them both in together. So it's a really cool scheme. Got ghosting, got the drop shadows, all the good stuff that Ryan likes to do in there. It's mixed all in this coach right here. You really want to make it pop for a show coach. And let me tell you, as we were pulling in here, Eli and I noticed there was a lot of people staring at us. And he said it's like when the hot girl walks in the room. So, you know, and that's how we probably felt like, because no one else has ever really stared at me like that before. So definitely the coach is very stunning. He gives it a good pop, which is, Ryan just does an amazing job. And then you got Tim and the boys in the shop, the paint shop. They're just top notch, man. They're amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. And we've got people banging on the door here.
We can hardly even do a video.
You're a popular guy here today, but I appreciate you taking the time to show us this coach. When we rolled up on this coach, it's really popping. We saw our good friend Paul Newman from Dazzling Detailing. He got this coach looking good.
He did.
Big shout out to our buddy Paul there.
Big shout out to Paul.
We recently learned that in 2026, I heard about 70% of production is going to be more mid-entry coaches. Now, this is a front-entry coach. What are some of the advantages of a front entry versus a mid-entry?
There's a number of different advantages, and nothing wrong with a mid-entry. Mid-entry is a great motorhome. But what we decided to do on this coach right here, as I mentioned outside, we want to make it as big as possible on the inside. And you can kind of play around with a little bit more space with a front entry. It gives you a little bit more freedom because you don't have that little hole area in the middle of the coach. Another good benefit it has is underneath the bays, the first two bays you see are gonna be full pass-through storage bays. They're 45.5 inches in width. They're tall, they're wide. You can fit a lot of stuff in there. So if you're one of those guys that like to pack a lot, may not have a trailer, which most people are doing trailers now, but if not, you have plenty of good storage space. You can fit tables, chairs, a number of different things in there. So front entry, more people lean toward the front entry for exterior storage space if they may need it. Then you also have generator radiator is back there. We also have a place we can store some extra long sewer hose. If you need some extra sewer hose. The main thing is really spacing and design. This front entry gives you a little bit more freedom, I guess you can say. You can do a lot bigger rear bath if you want to bring everything forward. You can. It just gives you more freedom to play around a little bit.
A little more flexibility. And you mentioned a lot of people are towing trailers. What is the towing capacity on this coach?
We have a 25,000 pound towing capacity. It's on a Class 5 plus hitch with a 4,000 ton weight.
So the leading towing capacity in the Class A industry.
I believe so, yes.
And the Cummins X15 with 605 horsepower?
We do have 605 horsepower, 15.1 liter, 1,950 pounds of torque. If you want to refer back, look at Coach 1788, I believe. You can see some of the cool things that we might be coming out with here pretty soon for our 2026 packages for people that want to come and custom order. And it can be done on a front entry or mid entry. We're just talking about the engine here.
Yes, there's some really cool stuff we've seen in some of the engine bays on some of these new coaches.
And you know, still in the engine bay, we do have our big hydraulic fan. We only run one alternator, a 435 amp alternator, which is what I'm going to tie into next. Is we are doing a big upgrade in 2026. We're talking about the exterior, and I didn't get to the third bay on the passenger side door entry bay. When you open that up, you have our nice N1 system that we started running about 100 coaches ago. But now we've upgraded. We used to run the two Outback inverters, 2800 watt pure sound wave inverters. We've increased that to a Victron 5,000 watt inverters. So we have 10,000 watt of inverters, and we're going to do that more tied in with the lithium battery package.
So two 5,000?
Two 5,000 is now standard. And you can go with the Lifeline batteries if you want, you know, the 12 volt, or if you want to go to a lithium package, you can. And so what's cool is we can run the ACs and stuff like that while going down the road, but we're not, the key thing we did not want to do at Newell, we didn't want to take away from the engine. So we wanted to do all this with just one alternator. So we don't have 5 or 6 different alternators. We have one alternator because we wanted to keep the max horsepower going to the engine. What our customers want is they want to be able to go up that hill and pull that big 30-foot stacker trailer up a hill and not go 25 to 30 miles an hour. And you have to shut ACs off to do that. You don't have to worry about that. With this new package we have in engineering, we really took our time, and I got to give our guys credit, Grant to James to everybody, Eric, Dwayne, it was a whole team of people. We worked with a number of other vendors too to get to this point. We didn't want to put something out there where we were going to take horsepower away. And this allows us to do that. We only have one alternator, but we can do a lot of different things by going down the road with these lithium battery packages that we're offering now. But what's going to be standard is the two 5,000 watt Victron inverters, which is a huge upgrade for us. Something new about our electronics bay with the new 5,000 watt inverters is we built an independent cooling system for our electrical bay. This is to help keep all the electronics really just from getting overheated.
Now, are you still offering the 20 kW generator?
Yes, we do offer the 20 kW generator, and that's really key because another thing is everybody knew we had to go to Tier 4 to meet EPA compliance. Well, now we got a Tier 4 non-regen generator.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about it regenning, but it still meets the EPA compliance. So our goal is we want to maximize battery power, maximize horsepower, maximize generator power. You're maxed on everything with this package. We want to give you the most space, most horsepower, the electronics, so we want to give you the biggest power plants as well. So that allows us to do more freedoms. As you've seen us do some saunas, some cold tubs, steam showers. We can do more fun stuff like that and have the freedoms to do that more and more now and to really meet what the customer may want. So we're a true custom coach manufacturer. After the electronics bay, it's the water bay, the aqua hot bay. We do run the 675D aqua hot. It's an additional heating element. There's a cool little story behind that actually. Back in the early 90s, Carl Blade realized we needed an additional heating element. So he called the owner of Aqua Hot, and they kind of designed this new Aqua Hot, and it was a 675. So I think we're the only ones. 1492 may run a 675, but we run a 675D Aqua Hot. What's new to that bay there is it's the exterior TV. Now everybody knows we do have the projection TVs. You can flip that around, but we also want to give you a bay TV, and that bay TV comes out on a 90-degree angle on an arm. We used to have the sound bar still mounted in the back, so the TV could be coming out right there, but the sound would be coming, projecting that way. Now we attach the sound bar to the TV so it comes out so you have more of a surround sound feel for when you're outside. Now you can bring your TV out without having to bend over and hit the toggle switch. We took the hockey league buttons, as I like to call them, and we put them on the bay so you can just right there on the bay door and easily bring it out.
So that makes life easier. What is the holding tank capacity in this coach?
The holding tank capacity is going to be 143 gallons, fresh and waste. We do offer a gray water bypass valve. Now there is an option if you're custom ordering a coach, like, man, I just need some bigger tanks. You can go to a 180 gallon tank and a 180 gallon waste tank as well. Very rarely do we do that, but we can, and that will take up some bay space. So if you do that, you have one full pass-through bay, and then the other one's just 3/4. So we have to kind of cheat a little bay space away to get you that additional water storage. Next bay behind that is gonna be your fuel bay. Dual side fuel for one tank, 200-gallon tank. You'll have a camera there as well. And then past that, we have, in this particular coach, we do have the Dragonfly lithium batteries in this particular coach right here. So that's where your house batteries are and your fuel is. And you move on back, then that's where you have our axles, our steerable tag axle and all that. And then we also have our pressure washer back there in the engine bay. We have your rear load chassis center with your pressure washer. It is a high flow pressure washer, puts out 4.5 gallons a minute. It's an industrial wand, which you showed off before. And also it has a 50-foot hose back there that's wound up, so it's good hose storage. A lot of people like to plug the hose in the back port by the big hitch that we have back there. You can plug that in and you can wash the whole coach. Activate your deionized water, and it's all done. You can flip all those switches and do all that from back there in that bay, and also have access to your rear load chassis center for like rear tail lights, trailer lights, things such as that. And you can also, if you're working on the motorhome, such as changing the belts or something, you can start the coach from the rear in that same area. As we move around the coach, you got the engine compartment, your radiator. As you move up, you're going to have your dual side fill, your other fill right there. Now this is going to be on the driver's side. Once again, access, camera, all that. But here we have a 21-gallon def tank. We used to run 15, but then we had a lot of cinder problems, so we went to a different style tank, increased it 6 gallons, and got the neck wood and crystallized around the neck and mess up the cinder. So we think we have moved on from that problem that some people were experiencing with the 15-gallon tank. So that's a pretty important bay. You're going to be in and out of that bay a good bit. The bay in front of it is the water bay. That's going to be where you're going to do most of your main dumping. That's where our water pumps are. You have a 110 water pump along with a 12-volt water pump, so as your auxiliary. And you also have your mana block system to be able to cut certain areas off if you may have an issue with some type of plumbing. You can turn the water off individually there as well. As you move forward to the next bay, it's going to be your generator cooling. They cool down that 20 kW generator and keep it quiet. That's a big, powerful engine there turning and burning, produce that kind of kilowatts. We got to have something to cool it down. So that's going to be your coolant that's going to run to the front. Now on your front entry, it's going to be right there. On your mid entry, it's going to be in your front where your door is. But in this particular one, it's like I said, you have some exterior hose storage along with our deionized water filtration. Now we do have window awnings on Newells. That is a standard if you want. Some people choose not to have them on their custom. Some people love them. I particularly like them because you can go into sunshine, but if it's really hot out, you can cool it off really easy in there. Another cool fact about talking about exterior is, I don't know if we haven't talked about this in a while, but we paint the top of our slides white to try to reduce heat as well. Also, our roof is painted white as well. So we have that. Now, what's cool about our window awnings is our main 2 patio awnings come out and down and can cover the windows as well. But in many cases, like today, we don't have enough room to put the big awning out. So that's where window awnings really come into play and help us out a lot. So I'm a big fan of that, and we featured that on this coach as well.
You mentioned the big patio awnings on the door side of the coach. I've seen some Newells that have the large patios, kind of we call them the batwing awnings. I recently saw another P50 with those batwing awnings. Is that an option to have
That's
those?
an option, yeah, it's an option if you want it.
Does this coach have the batwings?
No, we did not do the batwings on them. I don't do a lot of show coaches because it's not really that popular of an item.
It's pretty expensive, I could imagine.
It's pretty expensive, but you know, most of the time people might do it on other brands because they don't have window awnings. They're not able to be offered, probably because of maybe how their sides are built or something like that. I don't know. But we don't really get that much demand for it because most of the time people just want to cover that area up to cover the window to reduce heat coming in. Well, with the window awnings, we solved that problem. But most of your entertaining area is going to be on the door side or passenger side of the coach. And so that's where we have the 2 main awnings at. But if you want them, we'll do it for you, no problem.
Yes, sir. Coming back into the interior of this coach, this does not feel like a motorhome at all. This is huge in this coach.
Heck yeah, it is, bud. That was the goal. That was the goal. Whenever, it's like I said, one good front entry, worked with Nathan Kelly. Really, I made a few suggestions and Nathan Kelly really did it all. But we wanted to maximize space. Of course, we have our 30-inch in-depth slides. What we did with this is we did our biggest slide possible. So we put a couple recliners in right there to really give it the freedom to move those recliners around right across from the projection TV. We do have a projection TV as well as a 49-inch TV up front.
Now, does this have the projection TV that also we can watch from the outside of the coach?
Yes, it has it both in the living room and in the bedroom.
Nice.
So if you're a hospitality guy, entertaining type person like my wife is, you want to have big parties, this is a great coach for that because you can sit a lot of people, fit a lot of people in here, but also you can maximize like your tailgating experience by having 3 total TVs outside.
Yeah, you could have probably 10 people comfortably sitting down in this coach just with the seats that we're seeing right here. Definitely set up for a party.
I mean, just when we pulled in here, you know, Eli and I pulled in, you were behind us. We had, what, 4 people out there waiting for us to pull in here, put it out. They all came in here, sat around, and with the 2 driver passenger seat and the 2 recliners, you got a 76-inch sofa there. I mean, that's a full sofa. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can lay down on that sofa, no problem. But the cool thing is, once again, we wanted to maximize space in it. We did these little removable arms on this here, and it does have a cup holder. So that's something pretty cool. That's a hide-to-bed sofa. It does have little footrests that pop out as well. So that's a really big sofa with a normal standard size dinette.
Yeah, large dinette. And talking about these, the footrests here, this is really cool. The placement of these switches.
Yes.
I'm sitting right here. Doesn't even look like I'm pressing a button, but that's popping up. And that's a very wide footrest as well. But I like the way that you put the switches.
I call it, you know, smooth operator.
Yes, sir.
You're a smooth operator. You can just sit back, kind of chill. Maybe have your little frosty beverage right here. You can sit down in your cup holder and just relax. And that's what you're supposed to do in your motorhome. You're supposed to relax. We just want to give you a lot of space to do it in.
Yeah, very ergonomic. You don't even have to think about pressing the button. Sometimes the recliners are in, the buttons are in an awkward positioning, but this, you just swing your arm up, super easy to use.
Not a Newell coach when you look smooth and cool. I know you've heard me talk about these Himola recliners here. I'm gonna take away this, and we're able to, once again, put a little pop up here. You've seen me do that before, but these, if I slide them out a little bit, you can lounge out pretty far out. I mean, that's a really comfortable seat. But then, once again, if you just need it just like as a normal office style chair, you can do that too. So we got a lot of cool hidden features. Even back here, we have some additional wine storage, bottle storage for anyone. If we could find a compartment in this coach and maximize it out, that was our goal when Nathan and I sat down to do this. And then, of course, Amber Kernan, we just let her go wild in this thing, kind of like what we did with Ryan on the exterior paint. I didn't even tell Amber what I was wanting, thinking. I just said, do your thing. One of the cool things is how we recess the ACs up so it's flat completely across. So once again, Amber takes it to another level. We have this cool indirect lighting right here, nice suede ceiling. But up here is this cool flex material. It's a metal flex. That's what it's called. It feels almost like concrete. Eli and I were going through the coach early, so he asked me about it, so I called Amber. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And she was talking about the laminate right here, going all in detail, how she did it to match this and match that. I'm like, no, this stuff. She's like, oh, let me tell you about the flex. She's really, really excited about it. Something new. She's always pushing the envelope. Another cool, neat thing that she did with this right here, introduced a new style sconce light. It's a 12-volt sconce light. It really shows very well. That's just one sconce light in there, but it just gives off really great light with good glow. Also, this does extend out, so you can sit 6 very comfortably in the dinette area if you have guests staying. And
even with the one sconce light, it's still very bright in here. You've got a lot of puck lights on the ceiling of this slide room, more indirect lighting up here, and then more indirect lighting below the window. A lot of lighting that Newell coach does.
Yeah, remember in 2024 model year 1774, we talked a lot about indirect light. We've taken it to just more and more because it became so popular. And if you might want to shut the puck lights off, you got plenty of light just off the indirect lighting. It really just to set your mood and match your mood where you want to be. So we give you a lot of different options. Did some other cool, neat things. We have a new style dishwasher. Here, this is Malay. We've done a few before. A lot of them been doing the Fisher Pankel, the pull-out drawer style dishwasher, which is very common. You knock a few times and it unlocks it. Well, this is Malay. It's more like a residential style, full pull-out. You even have a top rack as well. So it is a 3-rack. And then this is something pretty cool. This is a little coffee maker, maybe espresso. You have that right there with two 110 outlets at all your needs. On this, we try to maximize a lot of storage. Now I have some stuff in here, but you can see you have plenty of good storage. And once again, once you open up, the light does come on. But this is a really cool porcelain style countertop. What's neat is what am I missing here?
No cooktop.
No cooktop, but we do have a cooktop. InvisiCook, another great option. Now on our option sheet, we introduced it in coach 1781. You have this little thing, you throw these up here with your any induction cooktop material, operate it right here, and this just gives you more countertop space. That's really the big advantage of it is, once again, maximizing space. You're gonna hear me say that throughout this video. I apologize, we'll get on your nerves, but it's just what we're trying to do in this. That was our goal of this coach. See, we have a lot of good drawers, space throughout. Even here, you got your nice silverware drawer. Huge pantry, adjustable shelves. Yes, I do eat some chocolate chip cookies and some chocolate covered pretzels, but I do have a 110 outlet back there.
And you mentioned how Newell Coach is utilizing the space, and I'm really impressed with what you did right here with the slide bearing, bringing this countertop space around, just adding more countertop space.
Once again, Nathan, Amber, Sid, great team, James, everyone kind of came up with it, and then our cabinet guys did an amazing job building it. And I also had to carry this out a little bit too. This is more of a load bearing right through here, so we need that to help support the structure of the slot, so that's why we have to have this come through. So why not put a coffee maker area right there? Once again, just creativity. What can we do to maximize? What can we do to maximize space and give our customers the best, most as possible?
Yes, sir.
We have a medium style sink here, Insta-Hot. And remember, it does have a garbage disposal, which is a Newell standard. All of our coaches have a garbage disposal unless the customer that's ordering it does not want it. But so we want to make it as residential as possible. Residential couches, residential recliners. Why not have a garbage disposal? Because I guarantee you, every one of our customers' homes has a garbage disposal in it.
Yes, sir. So it makes it feel like home.
Yeah.
And I've got to compliment these new accent walls that Newell's been doing. We've been seeing some really cool designs with indirect lighting. How long has Newell Coach been doing that?
Probably 2024, the indirect lighting thing once again brought it on and just opened a new avenue. It's almost like LED. Just opened a whole new world, and it gave our team, who's very creative, some new ways to design something and have some fun with.
Yes, sir. And it's incredible. It's like this just keeps going and going. It's hard to imagine that this is a motorhome, because how long did you say that this slide is?
It's right at 18 feet.
Wow.
18-foot long slide with 30 inches in depth and 6 feet 4 inches in height. I'm a 6 foot tall guy, you're 6'3". You can stand easily inside this because we want you, if you are cooking, you're not having to cook like this. You cook normal, and you can reach easily back here to the top. It's not too deep. We take that a lot of conscious in mind.
I know you keep mentioning the design team, but such cool decor pieces that they pick out. I don't know where they source all this decor from, but they always do an awesome job.
Well, I mean, you got creative minds, you're gonna get pretty cool stuff. Now, one thing Eli and I were talking about, look at this porcelain backsplash. Now, from here on, you're gonna hear me refer to it a lot because it's really cool. It's gonna carry kind of the way throughout the rest of the coach. So we did this cool porcelain backsplash here with a nice window cut out with this nice little excerpt. Looks really good. But if you go to the half bath, you'll see you have the same wall. Come on back through here. I can show you, but this is also something new in the half bath. We put it really, these big porcelain walls in, but look at these designs right here. Look at that, pop your head in there and get a look almost at that 3D wall tile inlay design with a bidet toilet that's really becoming popular, so we decided to put that in the show coach as well. Now, once again, we did bring this medicine cabinet out to once again give really good indirect lighting, but you can see you have a good medicine cabinet right there in your half bath for guests or different things, along with great drawer storage. Now, on this right here, normally we have our GE monogram refrigerator. We decided to go with the French door refrigerator. We only had this little area for the refrigerator, so when to maximize, put the biggest refrigerator possible in it, and that's why we did this big French door. You see these little locks? That's to ensure that when you turn the ignition on and push the brake in, it's going to activate these locks. And now you can override it through your spider system. Just tap on the button and override it. This way you don't have to worry about the doors flying open. Now on this freezer here, you have a pretty deep bucket right down there with my Lean Cuisine Healthy Choice meals, and then you have a drawer here, then you have an ice drawer right there. And this is actually the fridge door lock right here. That's what I was talking about. As we move in here to the master suite. I do have the bed tucked in. Remember, these new beds do come out, so it is 78 inches in length. Our standard bed is 66 inches wide, 78 inches in length. We kept the ceiling going consistent throughout with the nice flex material there that we were talking about earlier. Now you see right here what we have is we did not put the coat closets here. We put them on the other side. Why is that? Because we wanted to have some nice little nightstands in the area. We took the sconce from up front, put 2 more back here to give it a good, nice look. So what we did here, these are 8-foot 6-inch long slides. This is more of a standard size bedroom. We still wanted to give you the most feel for it. Now this is a good coat closet, and it does come full out with 2 drawers underneath. This does have a projector. Not only gives you the freedom to flip it around outside, to show it inside, but also it gives you a lot of good space for storage underneath here for drawer storage. But you can see we have 6 big drawers here, nice dresser drawers, along with a little bit more closet space here. Just like I say, I am staying here, and I got my full week of clothes easily hanging in there, and still consistent, trying to give you as much space as possible. Same pattern from up front, brought it back here with the indirect lighting. As we move over here, you haven't seen a lot of iPads. You don't have 2 iPads in this. You have the full iPad here and up by the passenger seat. You can control everything from the bed. Now what's really cool, if you zoom in on this right here, this is a state of charge. That's gonna be on your lithium battery packs.
And now, do you still have like the auto gen, even with lithium
yes.
batteries?
Yes, you do have auto gen, and I ran auto gen a little bit while going here, just testing it out on different stuff, and it worked great. We still have all the same features and the great features and benefits we had before. We just added a lithium battery pack, so nothing got taken away.
Now, does that add cost into the coach?
Yes, it is a different, significant price increase to it. You'll have a couple different packages to choose from. I'm not going to quote those prices yet because I don't think they've been completely finalized, as we're still just introducing this project. It is a cost increased option.
And what is the price of this coach, or the MSRP of this coach as it sits?
This coach right here was a little over about $2,680,000.
Just under 2.7.
It's a lot of bang for the buck. I know that's a big number compared to where our competitors are at. I think we're getting you the most bang for the buck at that price.
Well, a Newell coach is in a league of their own. I mean, nobody's doing what you guys are doing. When you look at the headroom, the size of living space, the 25,000 pound towing capacity, 605 horsepower, the whole package, building the chassis from the ground up. You guys are kind of in a league of your own, so you really can set your price.
We can, but we pride ourselves being a league of their own. We don't really look at what the competition is doing. I did mention them a little bit. We listen to our customers, and our ideas come from our customers, because we build 22 custom coaches a year, 4 show coaches. If you're ordering a Newell, you've probably had some RVing experience, a lot of it. You've kind of worked yourself up. So you know pretty much what you're doing, and man, they come up with some great ideas. We really let our customers drive us where we're going to be, and we have the freedom to do that because we are a one-stop shop. So we want to be the biggest, the best, the baddest, of course, because everybody strives to be the greatest. Everybody wants to be the champion. But Newell, it really takes that to heart. That's why I love working there. I mean, I get to show off the best product, and I tell everyone I'm not a salesman, I'm a guide.
And there's a lot of seasoned RVers running around Daytona right now, and there's a lot of Newell coaches here.
There is a lot of Newell coaches. We have increased our presence a lot in the NASCAR and other racing industries because I think it really fits well for them. You can fit a lot of people in here. This is their home on wheels. But a lot of these guys in the NASCAR industry, PGA or other things, they spend more time in their motorhomes, sometimes their regular houses.
Yeah.
So they want to have their own space. They want to have the freedoms and big residential type feeling things. And that's what we try to bring them. And I think that's why we're really gaining a lot of popularity. We're constantly taking it to another level. I was like, what can we do next? Well, now we went to a Wi-Fi 6 mesh cabling, and that's really going to be a huge game changer for 2026.
A little faster response time when people
a little
are pressing
faster
buttons.
response. Another thing we talk about a lot here is the red and blue switches. Red's hot on, blue's hot off. Like, let's look at the bedroom, boom, off. But let's say I go touch that, it turns yellow. It means a breaker tripped. Just hold your finger down and it resets it automatically.
Right from this panel right here?
Right from here. So if you're laying in bed, that thing, you don't have to get up, go check a breaker, nothing. You just hold it down, boom.
Very cool. And you were talking about coaches that keep pushing the limits. There was another coach we saw recently, and I'm curious if more people are building that, a mid-entry 2 full baths with 2 full showers. That was a really cool coach. Have you been building more of those?
Not yet. I think that now you said something, it'll probably be done. We're starting to see more and more of them. I think it will. The 2 full bathroom has been a huge hit for us.
But to do that with a mid-entry though.
It's unheard, like a mid-entry bunk bath and a half. Mid-entry 2 full bath, it's mind-blowing. It goes to show, just got to give everybody a shout out at Newell. There's over 200 employees that put their heart and soul in every build. They have so much pride in the builds and what they do. And I just get to show it off, but they're always challenging themselves and coming up with new and different stuff.
That pride really shows in the finished product here. And I overheard you telling a customer that you have a sheet basically of all the calls that come in, and then you have a quality control department is monitoring that to see what type of issues people are calling in
Most
with.
definitely, yes.
And then so they can implement fixes, you know, really have a grasp on issues that folks are having.
Our production and service, like I said, it's all one team. It's not a Newell service problem, it's not a Newell production problem, it's a Newell problem. So we work together. We have a great quality control gentleman, Dalton. Some people may know a guy named David was there beforehand, and he trained Dalton. Dave was there many years, and Dalton was an engineer. But every morning at 8:15, I get an email, as long as 19 other people at Newell. It tells you who all called in a hotline, what time they called in, when was the call returned, what was the issue, all that stuff, and how it was resolved. Sometimes just having a friendly voice walking you through is a really big deal. I mean, and what key is it's a one-stop shop at Newell. So if you're having a chassis issue, you call that hotline. If you're having a house issue, if your lights are not working, or your refrigerator's going down, or something's going up, AC not working, you call that hotline. It's a one-stop shop for service, one-stop shop for production. It's a one-stop shop for the entire complete experience.
Yes, sir. And service is one of the biggest parts about RV ownership. Throughout the RV industry, there's a lot of complaints about service after the sale. It doesn't matter how beautiful of a coach you make if you can't service it and keep your customers going.
I think you heard me tell that guy it's an 8.1 earthquake going down the road. Let me repeat that, an 8.1 earthquake going down the road. Things are going to happen. You can't control what happens, but you can control your reaction and how you take care of that problem.
Yes, sir.
And that's really what we're amazing at. We know that things are going to happen, different situations come about, but we want to know we're going to be there for you.
Yes, sir. Now, I know Newell Coach always goes over the top with the bathrooms. Do you think we can see the bathroom here?
Once again, I'm going to say it. This is probably the last time we'll say it. We maximize space in the rear bath. Come on here and let's check this. Big, huge master bathroom countertop, does match the dinette. Also, you have your faucets here, but a really cool backsplash design. Really big, but the ladies really like this. It's the science, remember the old science fair project? The ladies really like this so they can see the back of the head while getting ready. Look at this light. Is that not just bad to the bone?
Yeah, super modern style for sure.
But I really want to do a big shower. I said, Nathan, let's just make it big, big. We took the porcelain backsplash into the kitchen. We put it here in the shower all the way through. And you see you have 3 different faucets. You got your handheld faucet, you got some jets, and you have a ring style faucet. Now we dropped this down a little bit. It's pretty cool. You have a 3-speed fan there. Also a neat thing that we're doing now is, look at that hidden drain.
Yeah, really cool tile work on the floor there. And now I'm noticing that you have a shower head mounted in the ceiling here. Really cool. And then another shower head mounted here. But I was under the impression that they don't mount the shower heads until the owner takes delivery. Is this coach spoken for?
This coach is spoken for, however, this is a show coach. So we went on and mounted it in there for show coaches. We are, but a lot of showers are not mounted until the thing's spoken for. I got to give a quick shout out to someone, Stuart Woods, who led our tile department, worked with us for a number of years. He just recently retired. Beautiful tile work. You see this backsplash work and all this stuff was off of Stuart's creation and his hard work. So I just wanted to thank Stuart for all he did for Newell Coach. A lot of customers out there have really seen the benefit of his work, and we definitely appreciate what all he's done.
Absolutely, and I know his wife Cindy Woods is also a huge part of Newell Coach as well. Kind of one of those people that we don't always see that's making a lot happen behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, they're truly amazing people. But wanted to give Stuart a shout out. He's so special to us. If you do own a Newell, you'll know Cindy Woods. She's kind of controls everything at the office. I used to call her number 2 because on the organizational chart it had Carl Blade and Cindy Woods. Cindy's amazing, but just really want to give a shout out to her husband Stuart. He's just a really great guy. He just retired. Hope he enjoys his retirement. We just want to say thank you to him.
Going back to this coach, it looks like a heated towel bar above the bidet toilet.
These are coming really popular now. Heated towel bar. We carried the wall towel all the way through. A little more storage up here. Now you do have to step up right here for the engine.
We didn't discuss these early, but are these tile floors heated?
Of course they're heated.
All the way through?
All the way
coach?
through. On the slide floor to the everything, head to toe, bud, head to toe.
Yeah, beautiful floors. Almost have like a concrete style. We didn't mention that. There's so much to take in all at once.
Yeah, it should have. And that's probably why she picks that flex ceiling. It just hit me.
Kind of that concrete feel.
That concrete feel. It's really a beautiful coach. This is something cool we've done on a few ordered coaches. I do it on a show coach. And these sliding closet doors, usually we have to pull open, much like these right here. But this is nice cedar lined closet, really full length, nice lighted hanging bar here. So you can easily have good lighting back here. And also staying consistent, once again, if there's a place to put some storage, we'll do it.
Lots of mirrors here in the bathroom as well. The face of the closet doors and drawers almost act as not quite a full length mirror, but almost a full length mirror. Is there a washer dryer in this coach?
Yes, there is a washer dryer. We have a true front loader washer dryer. You can open up the doors like this, push it on back, and there you go. You have your dryer up top, washing machine down here on the bottom, and we have a little extra storage space here for your detergents.
They didn't quite spell it right, but man, I like the name of this dryer here, the steel.
The steel seal.
Steel seal. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before, but I like that. Well, Josh, always an honor to see the latest and greatest from Newell Coach. Now, what is the current inventory if someone wants to purchase a new Newell Coach or custom build a new Newell Coach? Or what type of pre-owned inventory is available?
We have a great selection of pre-owned inventory, and also we don't have that huge of a backlog now. I think if you put an order in now, I think it'll be coming in March of next year. So maybe April by the time this comes, because orders are filling in fast.
Maybe 15 months or so?
15 months, I'm guessing.
Do you have any show coaches available?
We do have a couple show coaches available. Currently, we do have 2 show coaches available. And just keep checking our website for the pre-owned. Wide selection of pre-owned we have from 2015 to 2025 and everything in between. So go to newellcoach.com. I'll say it again, newellcoach.com. Amanda does a great job of keeping our inventory up there, updated there on our website. Once again, I'm gonna say it again, newellcoach.com. This coach 1826 has been spoken for. However, we do have 2 show coaches available, 1823 a mid-entry and 1827 a front entry. Their coaches are currently available now. We have to let them complete our show season, which will probably be around April, and then we'll get the coaches ready for delivery for you. And they do come with a 2-year full unlimited mile warranty. And that Newell warranty is backed by us. It's a Newell warranty, it's not third party.
And if someone's a serious and qualified buyer and want to purchase one of those show coaches or some of your pre-owned inventory or custom order a new Newell coach, who can they get a hold of?
Get a hold of me. My name's Josh Snyder. You can always get me on my email address at joshs@newellcoach.com. Call me at the office. Megan will be more than happy to transfer you over. 918-542-3344. My extension is 201, or just tell Megan you'd like to speak to Josh Snyder and she'll send you on over to me.
Awesome, Josh. Well, thank you for your time. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I also appreciate all of you subscribing. Hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Safe travels.